we can't always see the big picture.
Right.
Noah couldn't have seen what the ark was going to look like, nor could he have seen the impact that he would have made for generations to come. Hey everyone, this is Yvette Hampton. Welcome back to the Schoolhouse Rocked podcast. I'm back today with Carrie Strong, and we're bringing encouragement for your homeschool year as you get started and jump into this new year with your kids. You guys, the first thing that you need to remember, there's one most important thing, and we haven't talked about it yet this week, but it is the most important thing in getting started is pray. Just pray. Ask the Lord to give you wisdom. Ask him to guide your steps this year, and don't go into this year fully stressed out, already on edge and feeling like you need to conquer the world and, turn out the best, most amazing, smartest homeschool kids in the whole wide world. You don't need to do that. You need to obey the Lord, and you need to just trust him to guide you along the way and to give you wisdom, and just take it day by day, take it hour by hour, and trust the Lord. Matthew 6:33, trust the Lord. So thank you for being with us again today. Carrie, I want to thank our sponsor, CTC Math. If you guys are looking for a great online math program, go to ctcmath.com and try them out for free. Ask your friends. I'm sure some of you have friends who are using CTC Math. Ask them why they love CTC Math and why they use it. And they will tell you that it is great, because I will tell you it is great. We use it in our family and we absolutely love it. So ctcmath.com. All right, Carrie, we were talking yesterday about the 5 learning languages. And these are, it's a different, kind of a different take on learning styles, but you can kind of relate them to one another. And so we've already talked about the first 2, which are the detective and the creator. So let's move on to the next one. What is the third learning language?
Yes, I just want to give credit back to Sarah Janisse Brown again, too. This is where I was getting all this information and just kind of put it into my own words here. But so the detective, we talked about the creator, and the third one is the follower. And the follower, thrives on the traditional approach. They like to do the worksheets. They like to have the speed drills. They like to please their teacher. And this is my second born, which makes it really easy for me to teach him, because that's how I was. Or it's, and that's just, I guess it was just comfortable for me. It was what I knew the best. So if your kid loves to do all that, I mean, there's a whole list of traditional curriculum that you could follow for that. So that's the follower. And I mean, that's my son to a T. He speeds through those speed drills. He's like, I got them all wrong. Or I got them all wrong. I don't think he'd be excited about that. Yeah, I got them all right. But yeah, so that's the follower. And then we have the friend. And this person, or this son or daughter of yours, is one that you will watch, and they always want to be with somebody. They learn best in a group setting. And this is my daughter. She's always asking me to have play dates and to do fun things with her friends. They like to do projects together. This was not me. This is like, I think best when I am in my own little bubble and can just work it out. And when I have to work in a group, it's challenging for me, but not for the friend. The friend loves that setting. So if you have a friend, you might need to be intentional as a homeschool mom to do those play dates, to get your kids into a co-op, or to find universities that offer free classes or whatnot. And then the last one here is the explorer. And I love this one. The explorer wants to take what they're learning in the classroom and go find it somewhere. So they don't want to just learn about Little House on the Prairie. They want to go build a prairie. They want to experience the prairie.
Yeah.
And I love that, because I feel like with most kids, I think that all kids would love this approach too, because this is what makes school come alive, is when you can find ways in your home to implement them in the world. This one is going to be your one that loves to travel, to go places, to do those things. And if this is you, the Charlotte Mason method, unit study, more formula, unschooling, all of those things would be really good for the explorer. And you might struggle to have that child fit into a traditional curriculum. So those are the 5 ones. Again, they are the detective, the creator, the follower, the friend, and the explorer. And I would even encourage you, if you get a chance, to read the different, or talk about them with your kids, because when you put them into those terms, it's really easy for them to identify themselves within that context. So, and another great way to find out if this is which one they are is to just watch how they play, watch how they interact with people. and then try to cater your homeschool experience to what fits your kid and what fits you. So in the book, on chapter, what chapter am I in here? It's the Who, Knowing Your Child, chapter 6. I talk about the auditory, the visual, the kinesthetic, and the reading, writing, different learning styles, in addition to the learning languages. And so after we talk about the different styles and the learning language, at the end of the paragraph, there is a suggestion for which method or which curriculum source to use. Then in the method section of the book, I go back to that and say, well, here are the different methods. And after you read and learn about that method, then I say, well, it's probably because your child is one of these. So that way you have it kind of written both times in there.
What we do at IEW is break through the noise of the grammar and the writing prompts, and we say, this is what you do, step by step. And I've witnessed it over and over again, both watching Andrew teach and hearing from parents, this is the best writing program. We've made it so easy and made it really affordable. So any mom can teach writing to their children using our course, and we guarantee it.
To try 3 weeks of free lessons, visit IEW.com. We are back with Carrie. Carrie, we have a few minutes left. And in these last few minutes, I would love for you to just bring some encouragement to our audience. What is just your final word of encouragement that you could give to those listening?
Yes. My final word is you are enough. If God has called you and equipped you, then you have God on your side and you are enough. I wanted to share with you a story that I was talking to you earlier about how we can take the things that we're learning in the classroom and then apply them in life and go find ways to see them out in nature. Well, one of those times we were studying Noah in the Bible, and my husband and I were both like, well, let's go see the replica. We've never actually seen this before. So we packed our kids up and we drove to Kentucky, and I don't know if you've ever seen the replica, but it is so fascinating.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, a couple of times.
Yeah, it's amazing. You stand there outside, and I was just mesmerized by how massive this construction was, and just all the different corridors and the intricacies of the boat that were there. And I thought, why did Noah go to so much trouble for all of these things that he did? I mean, this thing is massive. I mean, I know he was obeying the Lord, but like, why did God have him go through all of this work for just one family? And then it hit me. I was like, oh, for one family. God had him do all of that so that he could save this family. And we are here today because of this one family. So if you feel like you're not enough, or that you're not doing enough, or you're not on the mission field somewhere, I mean, God bless you if you are, but raising children and homeschooling them is a calling and it's a mission. And if he's called you to it, he'll equip you for it. And that is, you're enough.
Yeah, that is beautiful. It's so interesting that you had mentioned Noah, because I just recently recorded a podcast with Zan Tyler, and it was, we focused on Noah specifically and how, he built that ark plank by plank, piece by piece. And in our homeschooling, that's exactly what we do, day by day, piece by piece, plank by plank, child by child.
Yeah.
And we can't always see the big picture. Noah couldn't have seen what the ark was going to look like, nor could he have seen the impact that he would have made for generations to come, including us today, like you're saying. He could never have known that. And so God used him because he was willing to say yes and obey what the Lord had asked him to do when it didn't make sense to anyone else, but the Lord used him to save all of mankind. And God had a good plan and a good purpose for Noah. And so Noah said yes, and we need to say yes to the Lord in our call to home educate our kids. It's so important. No one's going to do this for us. No one will. We have teachers who love our kids, genuinely love our kids, but they won't teach our kids the way that we will. And they won't cater to their needs and abilities and strengths and weaknesses the way that we will as their parents, because they don't love them like we do. So thank you so much, Carrie, for your encouragement this week and for sharing your book with us. Again, it's called You Can Homeschool: Answers, Methods, and Resources with Real Life Stories. And this is a fantastic book. We will put links in the show notes so you guys can get a hold of it as well. Carrie, tell us one more time where people can find out more about you.
Strongroots.farm.
Strongroots.farm. We'll put that link in the show notes as well. Thank you guys for listening. If this podcast and this ministry is a blessing to you, would you consider supporting us financially? Go to schoolhouserocked.com, click on the donate button, and support the ministry so that we can continue doing what we do. Thank you for listening. We will be back with you on Monday with another fantastic guest. Until then, have a great day. Bye.
I want them to know that I loved them. That's the first thing I want. I don't want them to look back on their years at home and wonder if I love them. I want them to know that I love them. The second thing is that I want them to know that I trusted the Lord, that I trusted God for every decision that I made. And when I make a wrong decision, which we do as parents, and when the day goes bad, and when we burn the dinner, and when we stub our toe, and when our kids push us to the end of what we think we can do, and we say the word that we never thought we'd hear come out of our mouth, or we make a wrong decision, we have an opportunity to go back and make it right. And so it doesn't mean that we had perfect days, and I've been homeschooling for 22 years. The laundry's never folded itself. The kids have never come down in the morning and said, "Oh, Mom, we were so happy to see you. We got up early, did some prepositions, did a little math, thought that would bless you." That never happens, right? But what has happened is over the years, through even the hard days and even the days when I thought I can't do this for one more minute, we have been solidifying relationships with our kids.
I feel like we have a rich life. We're rich.
Amen.
We have a depth in our relationship that nothing can take away. We'll have it for the rest of our days.